Hello Lefty Wannabes and welcome to my channel, Right Left Hand. It is day 313. Let's get started. We are in week 45, so we will continue writing the date, the day, the sentence, both upper and lowercase 2 times, the quote, both upper and lowercase, increasing numbers, and symbols. And the sentence is, quick blowing zephyrs vex daft Jim. Again, we're writing that because it's a pangram containing all the letters of the alphabet, and we want to practice those letters in a variety of ways. And the quote is, knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. Let's go ahead and get started. It is day 313. So as per usual, write it over in the left-hand margin. It is November 9th, and write the month first, because otherwise it won't fit. November 9th. 2017, and it is Thursday. Yeah, unfortunately these little margins are a little annoying, but that's okay. We'll get through it. And we'll go ahead and start with our first sentence. So, I don't know if it's actually easier to write on this side now for me, because when I write on this side, I don't have to kind of press down on the paper and make it less poofy, because sometimes the past papers get a little, or the past pages get a little bit wrinkly with, I guess, with all the ink and just, yeah, having something on them. So I don't really experience that when I write on here because these pages are all fresh, I guess. You can see there's some indentations of past writing, but overall it's not too bad. So I'm not sure. It's kind of like when I didn't have my notebook or stand and I just wrote on my desk with, on a blank piece of paper with that wasn't in a notebook. Turned out pretty good because I had solid background to write on. Nothing was really wrinkly. So it was interesting to see, to say the least. Yeah. But this seems to be going pretty well so far. Hopefully it'll stay that way. This is actually looking pretty close to how my handwriting looks in general. So I think that's kind of interesting how, even though it's different technique, different side, a lot of different aspects, the handwriting is still pretty much the same. I don't know if you guys who've been writing for a long time, how your left-hand writing compares to your right-hand writing, but for me, it's pretty similar. So it's like, because I don't have great handwriting with my right hand, so, this is fine. Ooh, and it looks like this pen might be going out soon. So hopefully not in the middle of this video. If it does, I do have a backup pen ready. For those of you who've been watching for like the past month and keeping up for the past month, or maybe it's been 2 months, but I'd always say like, oh, I got my pen on the ready, just in case it goes out. But I haven't had to say that in a while because, it's been doing a pretty good job of giving the ink and flowing freely from my pen. So this is just a recent, in fact, a today recent event where it's not writing nearly as well as I hope it would. So I'm going to get my pen out, just my backup pen, just in case. And we'll go ahead and move on to the quote. So, it is knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. And that's Plato. So, yeah, I guess that's, you could say that in some of these big companies who have had some scandals, like like some of these car companies who fudged on numbers, and they knew, they knew everything, they had all the data, but they didn't release the facts, and it was evil because they were dishonest. So, that's an example of knowledge becoming evil when the aim isn't virtuous, because it was for greed, for power, more money, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and move to the next line so that I don't have to squeeze it in there. And that way Plato's name won't be all alone on the second line. So again, writing more quotes about, or from Plato, kind of talk about the virtues or how you should behave. I think they're all good reminders, because who knows, maybe some people watching these will become CEOs one day, and maybe they'll remember Plato's quote. Not necessarily me, but Plato's quote. I think that's more important. Although, who knows if I last to be, in the 5,000s, if these videos are still popular then, or not even popular, but like watched, then yeah, I guess I could say that I'm about as famous as Plato was at this point in time. I'm just contemporary. Well, I'm contemporary now. I'll be ancient history in 3,000 years, so yeah. That's besides the point. I don't expect to get internet famous. I'm not crazy enough. Uh-oh. Let's see if this pen is going to give up. Maybe I can finish the day with it. We'll see. If it becomes too hard to read, then I'll change out, but for now it still seems fine. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on to the numbers. We left off on 1840 last time, so we'll go 1841 all the way to 1860. So yeah, if I write a little bit harder, the ink seems to come out. But that's not always a good thing, because I think that helps contribute to the wrinkled pages later on. So it's like a little dilemma. Do I want the ink to flow, or do I want to inhibit my writing in the future, or do I want to inhibit my writing right now and not prevent the future writing from being inhibited? See, that's a dilemma. Might not be a moral dilemma or one of virtue, but it's still a dilemma. And we'll go ahead and move on to the second decade, which is actually this one that we just did, the 40s. Looks pretty good, so I'm impressed. Maybe it's because I'm pressing down a little harder. Makes it easier to write. Uh-oh. This pen is giving out, and I think this pen died. So hopefully, yes, my backup, I'll just retrace. It's a very different feel in this pen. So I'll see if I have any more like this so that I can place it. But in the meantime, this is my backup one. It feels very different. It actually kind of has that scratching sound, so I have goosebumps right now. Like when you scratch chalk or nails on a chalkboard, even chalk on a chalkboard. Ooh, that's how it feels right now. So, okay, we finished the numbers, so we'll go ahead and finish off with the symbols. And who knows, maybe since this pen is a little thinner, might actually help my writing some. Maybe things won't look so messy, because it'll be more straight lines and the like. Yeah, I mean, that star looks pretty good, so. These mathematical symbols so far look pretty good. This pen is actually pretty good for writing with my left hand because it's crisp, clear, and clean. And there you have it, day 313. This pen died, so I'll be done with it, and you'll start seeing this pen every day. All right. Well, that was day 313. Thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow and every day to practice with me. Alrighty, goodbye.